All right. All right. I am the rock goddess Dawn Dyer. I am here with Neal Middleton from Royal Bliss. I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, so good to see you too.
I have missed you so greatly.
I wish it was in person, but this
I
will do
know.
for now.
I might have to travel to Salt Lake City, I'm guessing. I'm closer now.
Yeah, you're just in Arizona, right?
Yeah. One state down. That's it.
I was supposed to be driving through there on Thursday, but now I don't think I am now.
Well, let me know if you are. We'll get together, do lunch, or have a beer.
That'd be awesome.
Whatever. I don't drink, so.
Yeah, I haven't drank all year. This whole 2020,
I was gonna say, I know that you started off the year not drinking, so you're still
over 10 months.
I am proud of you. God damn.
It's
I've watched you drink, man. So.
Yeah, I put down a few in my days. That's for damn sure. But I don't know. It's this year was actually, everybody's like, oh, there's no way I could have gone sober this year. It'd be so hard. But for me, it's kind of the opposite.
Right.
Where it's way easier, when we're not on tour, we're not all over the country, and every night I'm not in another bar with a bunch of friends.
With a bunch of people going, I'll buy you a beer.
Exactly. It's not free alcohol everywhere.
Right.
So it makes it a lot easier to not be drinking. Yeah, it wasn't why, I started a band. I wanted free pizza and alcohol, and it worked out great for a while.
Right. So you have new music, Medication's killing it.
Yeah.
I finally got my shout outs from you that I'm getting on the air now, so I'm excited. What else do you have going on? I know you have lots of things going on.
Well, yeah, the Medication, it's doing great. We're at, I think 22 today on Billboard and 24 on Media Base. So it's
nice.
Just climbing the charts, and it's crazy because there's all these other huge bands that are releasing music all at the same time. We're all like, ah, shit, typical Royal Bliss timing.
Everyone's locked down.
Yeah, it's like, oh God. But we're hanging in there. We're right up there, and we're climbing the chart every single day. So it's been really cool, gaining a lot of new fans. The music video, I think a lot of people related with that for Medication, because it's, it kind of depicts what music is for us, which it is our medication. And like we were just talking before we went live, that, how much you miss live shows, how much, from the artist standpoint and the fan standpoint. I mean, everybody's going crazy. It's a very important thing to us.
I miss my friends. Like,
yeah,
we all have I can text you, but I never do really. But like, I have you and all of the bands and all of the people that I know. It shows that I haven't seen any of them since February.
Yeah, right.
Maybe March. But still, like, I miss everyone. Like, I miss that.
And it's that community.
Yeah.
It's the community of rock and roll and community of live concerts. And, it might be groups of people that you only see at live shows,
right,
but you're excited to see them every time. And that's what I keep telling people. I've done a few interviews, and I'm like, what we're really missing right now, everybody's on social media and everything else, and there's so much negativity and all that bullshit that's out there, that the concerts were one of the things that where we could all come together and we all agreed on something. You all agreed that we're going to come here and we're going to have a good time, or you're all singing the same lyrics to the band you're watching on stage, and you have that in common. No matter what.
You have no idea what their politics are. You have no idea what their thought process is. Hey, we're singing along. Let's be friends.
Exactly. That's been the tough thing this year. And with sporting events too, like, it's the same way I describe it. Concerts and sporting events were two major things that brought strangers together and brought people together. And you recognize people that you see at, Royal Bliss shows or any show you go to, is like, oh, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. And it's that sense of community, it's that live rock and roll community that I know so many of my friends are getting, really bummed out, and they need it in their lives mentally for us to sustain. I need to get up on stage and get the crap out of my head, or else I just start losing it. So
one of my favorite things that you did, like not super recently, but rather recently, since all of this shit happened, was, I feel bad for the people who stand in the front rows because I spit all over them.
Yeah. Now
I think I've had my fair share of spittle, I think.
And now you watch all these videos that they put out there whenever people sneeze or cough or whatever, and all the particles go out. I'm like, geez, man.
Yeah.
I've been
makes you think about things in a little bit of a way where you're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, it's either ooh or oh, yeah. Get it
Oh,
all over
okay.
me.
Right.
Those are the two. There's nothing in between.
So, what are you guys working on going out and touring? Are you guys just gonna stay home? What are you doing?
Well,
I mean, I know most people are kind of staying home, so.
we've been staying home, just playing regional shows, here locally or, in Colorado or, but mainly here in Utah, just doing the very socially distanced, we have the Royal, we own a live music venue in Salt Lake. So we've been able to play shows there and do dual weekends and keep it socially distanced and safe and go, follow the health board, follow the guidelines that we have to in order to keep our business open. And a lot of people will give us grief, but I'm like, some people don't realize that so many of us bands out there and the lighting guys and sound guys and all the people that work for us and work with us are out of jobs. And this
Yeah.
is our company. Royal Bliss is a small business, and we have the Royal as well. So we're figuring out and doing absolutely whatever we have to do to be able to play. And we have tours booked with Fozzy and Through Fire, heading out in April and May. We're really hoping that those happen, and then a few festivals in June and July. And
Hopefully by then all of this is over.
I know. I really hope that, yeah, whatever they got to do to make it happen to let us get back out there.
They did a thing. They had a bike thing here, like a biker rally thing that they did here. And I sort of went and took a look at it because I wanted to see how they were pulling off outdoor festival, right? Because it was a bigger festival. So who the hell played? I don't remember who played. Blackstone Cherry, I think, played. So it was like a decent size festival.
Yeah.
And they had they set it up where there's these weird pods. Now I'm not sure how great that'll be for general admission festivals, but they have people separated, which I guess is, I don't, I'm ready to just have somebody put me in a fucking bubble. Let's just have some fun, put everybody in a big bubble, and the pits would be safer.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it's
how do you, well, and that's the bigger thing is if you're going to bar shows, I told somebody, if it's an outdoor thing, I probably would go.
Yeah.
Bar shows scare me because even when when there's not cooties floating around, people get drunk and they're right here, hi, how are you?
Oh, I know very well. I mean, it's one of those, but I kind of miss it. I miss the chaos. I hate the restriction. Someone was telling me the other day, well, we were just talking about how I like to talk to the fans. I like to go out and give people hugs and say, thanks for coming and thanks for, feeding my kids. And so the restriction is it's a hard thing. I can't go out and talk to the fans after the show's done. We kind of lock ourselves in a room and it's just, that part's been taken away from me. And there is that connection of, the energy that we all share when we're at a concert and dancing and rocking out that you can't get anywhere else from no other drug, no other source on the planet. There's just a different energy when it comes to a live concert. And yeah, I just hope that it just goes back to normal. Just have this vaccine or whatever it is that comes out, and it might not be next year, hopefully the year after that or the year after that. But we've recorded a new album. We have a new record coming out. We actually just went in the studio, recorded another 6 songs. We'll have 2 albums by the time this thing's done.
So the pandemic hasn't been horrible.
No,
it's producing good music.
Yeah, and that's what I hope it's doing all over the country for, so many of the young bands out there and all bands for that matter. There's plenty of content to write about right now, from the inside, how this is affecting young musicians. And I think it's the young ones that are going to really shine in rock and roll if they're writing from their heart, because they're going through a lot of shit too. It's crazy. It's a crazy time. And what better time to vent your frustrations than through music? And I hope that there's a lot of honest, good rock and roll that comes out that we can all relate to, which is why we fell in love with it in the first place. So,
right.
And I think it should be an onslaught as long as all those bands aren't listening to their record labels and all the mathematical equations that they tell you to follow and those labels. No, you got to do this or do that. Just stop listening to the people telling you how to write songs and write from the heart. Do something original, and we will rock and roll will have another heyday here coming out of this pandemic.
Oh, just imagine how much live music there's actually going to be out there once everything opens back up again.
Yeah, and I hope, there's bands right now trying to play shows and book for more money, and it's like, are you not understanding this concept? Like,
Yeah,
we
like
all got to take sacrifice here. We all got to make a little less money just to get back to work, to save the bars, to save all the people's careers, just to get people back in the door. Not everybody has a bunch of money to go to concerts. So it's
well, and
like,
there's that. Like, who's gonna have a lot of money to go to shows after this?
exactly. So that's where we got to either figure out free shows or sponsored shows or something to make it all
Yeah,
worthwhile.
for sure.
Uh, and
So you guys are playing the Royal occasionally, and like those of you guys who aren't paying attention, they own the Royal, so go there.
yeah, hit us up, come and play.
Well, you're not going to have a better venue. Like that was always my thought process is like, how better to run a venue than somebody who's actually been there and like been a
Yeah,
touring musician. And because, there are good venues and then there are the other ones.
yeah. And there's a lot of other ones,
Yeah.
but and the
That like,
Royal, we've made the best of it with the facility we have. Like, our dream is to build it up and then actually build a live music venue that is custom to the way that we would want to do it, and try to do it financially responsible, because we would be putting all sorts of shit to make the bands happy, like laundry rooms and showers and all this
right.
stuff in the back room, that when you pull up as a band to a venue like that, where it's like, oh, you got clean
Thank
showers, I
you.
can wash my
Right.
underwear, hell yeah. I mean, you almost don't even care how big the stage is at that point. We're just like, shit, I got clean clothes and I got some good food, got a shower, and then you're ready to rock. So
Right. No, that's
yeah.
there are a few venues along the way. Some of them there's a couple of them not around anymore, but like they had like showers and things, and like everybody was like, we're going to this venue, yay.
Yeah. Especially for the road dogs out there, like the young ones coming through in the van, man. The van smells like hell,
Ugh,
and their clothes smells like hell. And I mean, you're doing hotels every night, or you're sleeping in the van every night. When you're doing the van sleeping, and God, it gets
ugh.
gross. And you can find that venue that has a comfortable, clean couch that hasn't had sex on it 15,000 times, and it's like a clean couch. And oh man, it's funny, those little things. And
I'm
it just
watching your face as you're saying some of that,
yeah,
like,
just
oh, I don't envy the bit. That's the one part of touring that nobody bothers to tell anyone.
no,
It's
no,
like
everybody
it's
thinks it's
really quite
so awesome.
gross.
It is. I drank my drummer's pee once because I was in the back, and that's one of those rules that you just got to learn, where you never just grab a water off the bottom of
Oh
the floor of the
no.
van, especially in the nighttime, and especially when you're a heavy drinking band, because a lot of the pee comes out
Yeah.
clear anyways. So
Oh no.
I remember I looked at it and was like, it looked clear enough to me, but it wasn't. It was his pee. It was
Ew.
gross.
Gross.
Yeah, tour life. Yeah, it's rock and roll, baby.
Tour
Everybody wants to do
life.
it.
Well, okay, so you and I have a good time when
Oh
we
yeah.
do these because good God, I've known you for a long time now.
Long time. We've grown up together.
A long time. So tell me one of the weirdest things a fan has ever said or done. Like, it's rock
Uh,
rage, so you can say stuff, but don't give names.
yeah. It's funny. I was talking the other day about this too, where I'm like, every time I get those questions, I go blank. I go blank. There's one lady out in the Midwest that always says, "I want to lick your butthole." She always yells.
Oh,
Like,
good
I'm
God.
not gonna say her name, but she always yells, "I want to lick your butthole," and like screams it. Like, she always waits for a silent moment in either a song or like in between in between songs. Neal, I want to lick your butthole. And I'm always flattered. I've heard her say it a couple of times. I'm like, oh, I mean, that's really nice, because I mean, that's gross. That means that you're a huge fan if you'd look,
You are a very big fan.
yeah. So I appreciate that. But we've had a lot of crazy, awesome fans over the years. And I've had quite a few dress up as me for Halloween. A good friend of mine out there in Illinois. And I remember she actually looked a lot like me when she did that. But the stories, we've been touring for 20 years. So it's like the stories kind of mesh in, and 15 minutes after our interview's done, I will remember a really good one. But
That's okay. You can save it for next time.
yeah, I know I got to write them down before I start doing interviews. All right. Whenever
I'm
they ask you about the craziest moments, remember this one.
No, well, and hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be like in person because
Yeah, I hope so.
I just want a hug from
I
like, I
know.
need hugs.
That's
Like,
right.
this
We all do.
sucks. Like, my husband's not a hugger. You know my husband. He's
Yeah.
amazing, but he is not a huggy guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need a hug, man.
I need a
He's
hug. We
like,
all need
you
some
need to
hugs.
go back to shows. That's what I'm kidding.
Uh,
He's
I
good
know
for
what he
that. It's
should get.
just,
He should get you one of those full body pillows for Christmas that has the arms or
I
whatever and his
should.
face on it, and then you can just hug it
Yeah,
all
then I
you
can
want.
just hug that, and then he'll be like, because he's like, he's happy that shows are done
Yeah,
for the
I'm
moment
sure.
because, like, you know him, he's not a social guy.
Yeah,
So, like,
it's
to
not
him,
as.
he was like, stay out of my bubble at a regular show. Now
Yeah,
he's
right.
like, now he's like, stay further out of my bubble.
Yeah, yeah. So this
I
ain't too
just
bad for
always,
him.
oh, well, he sucks it up because he loves you guys. There's only a few shows that he'll go to that he enjoys going to, and you guys are
Yeah,
one of
that's
them.
awesome.
Because, you know,
Pass the test.
yeah. That's how that goes. All right. So Ritalin, am I going to get Ritalin?
Yeah, I'll send you Ritalin. I'll
Okay.
send you. Let's see here. I'm sitting in front of my computer. I could probably just send it to you right now.
Because I'll play that and
Medication.
medication. I'm a dumbass. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody with the medical things lately, it's like, what?
I know. We came out first, and then like, yeah, Foo Fighters
Yeah.
released theirs. Somebody's like, "Oh, you got to sue Foo Fighters." I'm like,
It's just the name of a
"Yeah,
song. They're not the same song.
yeah, it's not the same." And
Like
it's
that
that
would,
thing where I think a lot of the bands are relating to it, and people where you
yeah.
realize music truly is medicine.
It's
What?
well, that and pot is medicine apparently now everywhere.
Everywhere. It's funny because originally,
Arizona passed to legalize pot, dude.
I know.
Arizona.
I think it's awesome. So it's funny because when we originally wrote Ritalin, um, I mean medication. That's what I was thinking of when I wrote that
Oh
song
yeah.
was thinking about the medicine. Here in Utah, where Utah's heavy with pills and all that stuff and
Mm.
opioids, and they subscribe the shit out of that. And I'm just like, well, why don't they just fully legalize marijuana? Because other people don't like these pills and would rather have a nice, good gummy.
Whatever works for you, man. Whatever.
Yeah,
My
right.
thing is like I don't smoke pot, but like I got to vote twice now in 2 elections to legalize pot in 2 different states. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
because
it's
last go I was in Illinois, so they legalized it their last election. This time I'm here, so
yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
just
everybody get high. That's I just want everybody to like be happy. Just be happy. Go to a
okay.
concert, relax. Jeez Louise.
That's what we need. Well, I mean, the pills they're just so bad for everybody, and you just see it take people down. And I mean, I've seen people that smoke way too much weed too, but
I was just gonna say,
it's a different kind of thing. It doesn't kill them. It might make
it
them
just
really
makes them kind
lazy
of, yeah, really lazy and eat a lot of food.
or just completely dependent on it. I see those people too who aren't really lazy,
Functional.
but
Yeah,
they feel like if they don't smoke their weed, they don't know what they're doing anymore.
that's a little
It's
weird
like,
too.
yeah, I mean, anything can become a crutch. It's just like if I don't do this, I can't do this. That's kind of was my focus this year was to eliminate everything like that. And then, the pandemic happens and that took away the music, which I was not planning on happening because that's the one thing that's like
So how have you
keeps me
been
sane.
coping though without going on stage all the time? I mean, you guys have kind of gone back on stage a little bit here and there, but like, how
Yeah.
are you coping? Like, you're used to being out there.
I mean, for me, I just, kind of sunk myself into my family, which, so I almost feel guilty sometimes because I'm like, this pandemic has actually been really, really good for me personally on multiple levels and really good for my family because otherwise, I've been on tour every summer since my kids were born.
Forever. Yeah.
And so this year, Dad was home. Dad's been home. I've been able to help him with school, and we went camping like every weekend. We were out camping and fishing and and I've been running with my oldest and playing music and wrestling every night, and these moments that I would have never gotten otherwise. So I try to embrace the positives, and that's been the biggest positive ever. So like a part of me is really happy that I was forced to stay home, because I've had memories that'll last forever. I've had at least this summer. If next year we go back to, next year, the way our schedule is looking, I'm going to be gone pretty much all year next year.
I'll get to see you a bunch though.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah. But it'll, but I got this summer with my family, with extreme quality time. So that's been the way I've been coping, and then learning, and been playing a lot of music and learning different things on the technology side and studio side, and playing a lot more
I
guitar.
forced you to learn some stuff.
Yeah. I was, oh man, this computer, I tell you, I'm just not savvy when it comes to technology. And I get so angry in it, because like it'll work one way one day, and then I'll go back and try the exact same thing, and then something's wrong with either my interface, and something's wrong here, or then I'll send it and no one's getting it, and then I can't figure out how it's to send or to get the proper
File or whatever.
bit rate or whatever the hell it is, and the proper file to send to you. And
right.
everybody's always done that for me, which so now it's like, all right.
Well, that's okay. I started a Twitch the other day. I have no idea what to do with it, but I started one.
Yeah, I saw you saying something like that. I have a Twitch too, and I think I've been on once, and that was just to
do I have no idea what to do now, so I'm like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but that's part of it. Like now it's like I need to stay home and try to figure out like a video, because we want to be able to stream live from the man cave in here, where this is where we rehearse.
That would be awesome.
And then be able to just hit a button. I just want to be able to hit a button and have everything just come up, and then have another button for record, and another button for send. And then that's what I need. I need it to be super simple without a lot of, like, there's cables all over the place right now. Like even getting this microphone working on this, I was like, all right, unplug here and unplug here. I'm not an organized person, so this has been kind of difficult.
Oh, that's why I messaged you like an hour early, just to make sure you remember.
Yeah, because, and I was hauling ass home, trying to get home.
I know.
Like, okay.
Well, and I'm thinking, God, I hope he remembered. And I'm like, I know him. So let's.
Yeah, and I'm really bad, and thankful me that I'm a space cadet. So.
Oh, and I kind of love that though. That's why you're like, just text me, and I'm like, I don't use anybody's phone numbers. I have all these phone numbers in my phone that I never use, ever. Yeah. Where you're like, I kind of think to myself and go, if people ever got a hold of my phone, it could be really.
Yeah. Right.
But then the reason I have all those phone numbers is because I never use them.
Well, if you ever need to, you can use it whenever.
I know. And that's why occasionally I'll be like, hi.
Yeah, music. No, I love it.
So tell me about Ritalin.
Ritalin
I'm gonna play
is a song.
But...
It's it's kind of like a lot of people. It's like Royal Bliss's "Rage Against the Machine" song.
Nice.
And it's a lot more aggressive, and it's the most political style song I think that we've ever written. But it's like, it's kind of about a song about me, just where I'm kind of that guy in the middle, where I'm not right, I'm not left, I'm not blue, I'm not red. And it's a song where it's kind of like the ones in the middle need to wake up and actually, raise our voice and actually say something here, because the guys over there are nuts, and the people over there and the people over on the far side of each are out of their damn minds. And us in the middle need to step up and, kind of be the glue that brings us all back together. And I don't know. It's just that song about complacency that I think a lot of us out there, like including myself, have been really complacent and just able to kind of float through life and not worry about the politics or anything like that.
You and I are close to the same age.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell people how old I am, but we're close to the same age. And like I have kicked myself in the ass now for several years because we all just kind of were like every 2 or 4 years you go poke a button and whatever, there's nothing you can do about it. But like if you want to see good change in a country, you have to do stuff. And like
Yeah.
I floated around for damn 20 years, not just trying to get, you know what I mean? Like we're all just trying to get by.
Yeah.
So like you don't really put together that the stuff that they're doing makes it so that it's harder for me to get by. Wait, what? How does that
Yeah.
work?
And that's exactly the right. I mean, it's basically what I'm saying. Where we get complacent because it's not at our doorstep most of the time.
Right.
We're able to kind of do what we're doing, and it doesn't change too drastically in one direction or another. But this year, obviously, the past 18 months, basically,
Oh
of
yeah.
what's kind of gone on in the world, and it's at the doorstep now, and it's affecting my life. It's affecting my friends. And the anger that I see online, friends that are no longer friends because of certain beliefs and shit like that, where it's just like, I don't know, it just drives me nuts. And we need to raise our voice, and we need to speak up in situations like that and be like, all right, well, hey, I'm kind of a common ground person here, right in the middle. Don't be a dickhead, and you're both being bullies, and you're giving shit to this group because they're giving you shit to this group, and you guys are being hypocritical because you're both doing the same thing that you're bitching about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, just and
Just
it
be a
starts
good
with local
human. That's
politicians too.
it.
Yeah.
You just need to like learn to, everybody just needs to remember how to be a good human. Just
Yep.
because you have the First Amendment right to say what you want doesn't mean you should always do so.
Yeah, have some common sense and some common courtesy too, and realize that it's opinions, and
Yeah.
we all got opinions. You hear about
Everybody's
that.
got an opinion. And some people opinions are like assholes. Some people like to lick assholes.
Yeah. That is the truth.
We'll take that full circle, man.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Way to wrap that back around there.
Man, I do what I do. I'm kidding.
That was good.
You know me. I'm usually just so happy to be like at a show that like by the time I get to the interview part, I'm like, oh, that's right. Serious face. Let's do this.
Oh yeah. I gotta ask questions and
like,
shit.
For the most part, like anytime I do an interview, that it's like we're friends. So why shouldn't I talk to you? Like, who wants to hear dumb shit?
Yeah.
When's the new record coming out? Like you run out of dumb questions to ask.
And they're all the same. So it's fun
Yeah.
to talk to friends where it's just, we can just bullshit, and that's
A little
a
bit,
better
yeah.
conversation.
So are you still like I know Utah's numbers are crazy right now.
Yeah, it's bad.
So have they done anything to like restrict the bar, change anything yet, or no?
So we have to quit serving alcohol at 10.
Well, that's kind of a Utah thing anyway.
Yeah. Well,
I'm picking on your state. I'm sorry.
Truth. Well, we end at 1, which
yeah.
is okay. But yeah, they've cut it to 10 to keep people from getting drunker and being irresponsible about their social distancing. But they have not closed down restaurants or inside dining or anything like that yet. So we're still functioning. We have to follow all the guidelines. You get your temperature whenever you enter.
Oh, wow.
You have to have a mask on unless you're sitting down. You have to stay at your seat and your table. You have to stay like 20 feet away from the stage. I mean,
and see, I'm yet to see anybody take, other than like I went to go pick up something one day from a place. Nobody's doing the temperature checks here. Nobody.
Interesting. Well, I mean, it doesn't. And then you hear arguments like the temperature check doesn't mean shit. Obviously, if someone has a fever,
sick right this minute.
Yeah. You could, or you'd be asymptomatic or whatever. So it's, but those that have a fever, it's like, all right, yeah, so you can't come in. So it might prevent a few. And if you prevent any, I guess that's a good thing. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you on the vaccine? Take it, not take it?
I'm not
vaccine, man.
I'm not a vaccine I don't get the flu shot. I leave that for young and old. If I get the vaccine, it'll be way later on. I'll let everybody else get it. I feel like I'm
gonna sit back and watch the zombies happen. That's what
yeah. Well, I feel like I'm healthy. I'm and I'm not in the demographic or the age range to be, you know, highly susceptible to having it kill me or do anything. I mean, I don't want to be somebody who gives it to other people either, though. So I don't know. We'll see if this whole Live Nation and Ticketmaster thing is legit.
I saw it
And if
too.
that's legit, I imagine they'll make all the bands that do any of the festivals take the vaccine. So, I mean, I have put so many other chemicals in my body, so I really can't be like, no, I'm not taking that. Where it's like, shit, I've taken stuff out of strangers' pockets that I have no idea what the hell it was. So it's like, I really can't be hypocritical like that either.
Well, like somebody asked me my opinion on it the other day, and I said, I don't really, doesn't matter politically. It's just like, it's 9 months, dude. Like, how much testing could they have done on this thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been rushed. That's one of the things.
Yeah. So, I mean, I
don't
guess
know.
I'm like, we're not the first demographics that are going to get it anyway. Like people that work in hospitals and that, those are all the people that are going to get it first. We can just watch and make sure they don't turn into zombies.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I live in like this horror movie now that like, what's next?
The vaccine backfires in 6 months and
well, that's what happened in like every horror movie ever.
Yep. Right.
People don't listen to the doctors. Well, we got a lot of that. And then they come up with some vaccine to fix something and it either kills everybody or turns them into zombies.
Oh, it'd be horrible.
It'd be a fitting end to 2020 though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right. Oh God. Ugh. There's going to be a big New Year's Eve celebration. Bring on 2021. People are going to be ready to bring it on.
Oh God. Yeah, this year could just go away.
Yeah.
Could
We
just
had
go
all of us had such high expectation and high hopes.
I was, dude, I literally had just moved. Everything's going really well. We were literally about to start finding a house. And then this shit happened and the husband and I looked at each other and went, we're just going to stay put just in case. Yeah. Like it didn't hurt his job at all. Thankfully, because he works on trucks at truck stops. So that.
Yeah, they need him. We need him badly.
Yeah. So it didn't hurt his job, but we were worried it might. So yeah. I don't want to be without a roof over my head because I decided to move.
Yep.
So here I sit in my shitty apartment until hopefully a couple weeks from now and I can be out of here.
Fingers crossed. Oh God, fingers crossed.
I don't know. I just want to go to a show and they've had some here. I don't have the balls to go into a bar yet.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. There's a lot. I mean, you're in the same boat with a lot of people out there. My wife's the same way. She's been to like 2 of my shows or 1 maybe. I don't know since it's all gone down. So
she's like, I live with you every day. It's all good.
Yeah, she doesn't. I don't need to risk my life to see you. And she's a teacher, so she's like teaching elementary school and running a school of rock program and the PTA president. So
she's busy lady.
Yeah, so she's like, I can't get it. So whole school gets shut down.
Hopefully none of us get it. So far, like, I don't know. It's always sad to watch people that you're like, there's some dude that lives here or whatever, super young. I was like, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
not.
Those things aren't supposed to happen. Anyway, let's get in a happier mood again. So,
okay, yeah.
I'm gonna, because that just went in a really bad place. It doesn't take a lot. There's no shows to go to, so it doesn't take many of us very long to go into like this dark area of yuckiness where you're like, ew, no, never mind. Let's. So I know the video is out for the one. Are you guys are gonna do a video for Ritalin too? Yeah.
Yeah, Ritalin's out. The video's out too.
I missed it then.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's out on YouTube, so you can check it out there. We didn't do a big push with Ritalin. We just wanted to constantly put out some more music, and I'm working on a music video for our cover of My Favorite Things.
That
we did for the holidays.
I already have that song. From last year.
Yeah, we did it last year, but I filmed a video, a girl on a pole doing a pole dance to it, and it's awesome. And then we'll have like the new record hopefully be coming out. We're shooting for February. We just recorded 6 more songs in the studio that we will hopefully be releasing over the course of the time too. So it'll be hoping we can release another song in December, and then another song January, and then our new single will probably come out in February with the record.
Well,
I
now
don't know.
you know where to send it.
Yes, yeah, I just sent you Ritalin, so now you have it.
Anyway, do you have big plans for Thanksgiving and stuff? You're just staying home? What are you doing?
Well, we always do our pre-Thanksgiving show, so we have a show. It's usually
Really?
it's at the Depot, which is it's like a 1,200 seat room, and we're doing 230 people. Oof. So we're separating. The way they've done it is really awesome. Like people have certain entry times when they can come into the venue. Again,
I like
with
that.
masks and everything else. So it's very well set up. And unless they have a mandate that shuts down restaurants, if our numbers continue to climb, then that might get shut down too. But we're going to continue that tradition. It's already sold out, so obviously people want to go. And then other than that, we'll hopefully do a couple of Bliss Miss shows. And like you were saying, Utah's numbers are really big, so we're just kind of waiting and see what happens. We'll do a bunch of live stuff here in the man cave, hopefully once we get that set up. Yeah, we're going to do a lot more live shows than we'll be doing like live stream shows instead of live shows over the next couple of months. Then hopefully get back to a sense of normalcy next year.
I hope so.
Give out all those vaccines and make people feel comfortable enough to let us play.
Yeah. Well, let's hope, man. I'm hoping and my fingers are crossed. And if you come through here and you don't let me know you're coming through here, I'll be very mad.
Okay.
I will be very mad. I miss your face. I miss everybody. Like
we miss you too.
This is the saddest thing.
Thanks for lighting up the airwaves, though.
Yeah, I gotta light up the airwaves as much as possible.
Yeah, we need you.
Yeah, the amount of new music that comes out, it seems like all the time. I'm kind of like, I'm glad you guys have been busy. That everyone, it seems like they've either been super busy or they haven't seen each other in 9 months.
Yeah, that's right.
Seems like. So like you have one part of them where they're like, we've been busy and making music. And then you have other ones like, I haven't seen my bandmates in 9 months. And I'm like, do you miss them?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the bands that are all spread out around the country. Yeah, luckily we're all right here. So it's good.
That's because you guys have always been you guys were friends first and a band too. So being close together isn't a bad thing for you. Some bands being far away from each other is a good thing.
Yep. Yeah.
You watch some of them, like they all pull up in separate buses and you're like, geez, are you that big of an asshole?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you definitely hear those. Well, a lot of the ones from the olden day, whenever there was a lot more money to go around. Mm-hmm. Now you got to get along in order to make any money. So it's like you got to suck it up.
All right. So tell everybody where to find your stuff.
www.royalbliss.com. And obviously like Facebook, Instagram, all those fun things, YouTube, the Royal Bliss. I think it's Royal Bliss Band on YouTube. I should know that. But if you just Google search Royal Bliss, you'll find absolutely everything you would ever want. The website royalbliss.com is probably the best to find everything.
And of course with me.
And of course with you, yes.
And of course with me. So I'm gonna let you off of here because I know you have a lot of things to do today. I'm gonna get this stupid hat off my stupid head because I'm not a hat girl. But I meant to. Okay, so the other thing I'm still afraid of doing is going and getting my hair done.
So you're going to hats.
So
I'm gonna dye it
at home. So. But
it's the only problem with Arizona is that right now you could pull off a beanie in Utah and it'd be like you could have all the cute beanies and the cute little hats like that. But no, Arizona, it's like, why are you wearing a beanie when it's 80 degrees outside?
Right.
So you gotta do that.
No, so I'm gonna do it myself, like I used to always do.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time to do it. Well, the husband does my purple. Remember, he dyes my purple.
Yeah. Still got some purple in there.
/ hairdresser.
Yeah, I love it.
But like I'm afraid to go to a salon because everybody, that whole right on.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So like the hair is out of control, so hats it is.
Yeah, it looks good. You look good.
Well, I miss your face, and if you need anything, make sure you let me know. I'm always around. As soon as you have new music, get it to me. I will get it out there, and I'll make a big
Well,
stink about it too, because that's what I do.
we got some cool stuff in the pipe, so I think you're gonna be excited.
All right. All
I'll
right.
be
I'm
sure
going
to
to
send
let
it
you
to you.
off here. You know I got love for you.
Love you
Stay
too.
safe. Love to the wife. Love to the kids.
I will.
Aw. You're awesome.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Wonderful day.
You too. All right. How do I shut this off?